Hi, it's Jonathan with NimbleHost, and I just thought I'd take a few minutes to show you how you could make an awesome web page in RapidWeaver very easily and without any knowledge of code whatsoever. But before I get into that, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about why we're all using RapidWeaver in the first place. Obviously, it's a great piece of software and it's very easy to use. When it really comes down to it, I think we're using RapidWeaver because it's a tool that allows us to create a great looking website with very little effort. And I think that's really what it boils down to. We just want to make a great looking site. We don't want to spend a lot of time on it. And so with that in mind, I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you how you can do that with one of our tools, one of our products, and even better, how you could get it for free. So let's take a few minutes, I'll show you what I mean, and then we'll be right back.
So here we are in front of my Mac, but before we get down to the nitty-gritty how-to stuff, I wanted to take a quick second and take a look at a website that I came across a couple of months ago. So this is the website, that's what it looks like here, and you can see that it's got some nice contrast, it looks good, got a great design, but what really catches your eye is this motion here. When this happens, you're like, wow, because it really stands out, it really grabs your attention. And it's one of those things that when you see it, you're like, man, I wish I could have a website like this. And this sort of thing is actually really advanced. It's really difficult. It has some CSS3 transitions and animations. It uses some HTML5. And it's just not the sort of thing that the average person can do. It's just really advanced stuff. But that is why we created the Parallax product. So I'm going to switch over to RapidWeaver and show you a little bit more about it. So you can see here that I've got a RapidWeaver project open. I've got a stacks page, and I'm going to open up a library here, and you can see I've typed in Parallax, so you can see our two Parallax stacks here. I'm going to go ahead and drag in the base. This is what you start off with. And then you can just add as many slides as you want using this slide here, like so. And so you can see I've got one slide. We're going to need two or more, of course. I'm just going to drag this in like so. And we'll start off with 3, just to keep things simple. And I've got some images here on the desktop. I'm just going to drag them in like so. And drag in another one here on the second slide. And again, the third, like this. And of course, you're going to want to edit your text, so let's just keep this simple for now. Slide 1, and we'll just use some dummy text for now. How about something like this? We'll just keep it short and sweet for now. And again, here on the second slide, again, just to keep things simple, we'll go with slide 2 here, and again, just paste in some dummy text, and again for the last slide here, and again the text. And you'll probably, what you want to do is change the color of this headline portion here. The default is white, and if you're using a white background for your text, that's something you want to change, but it's easy enough to do. Just select this parallax base portion and then scroll down to the headline color, and then just pick something else. So I'll go with a simple blue for now. And then we'll close that and we'll preview in RapidWeaver and see what happens. So you can see here that we've got the slider like so, and everything's in place, and we can start navigating through the slides, and you see that we've got that great motion. It just looks fantastic, and of course we can navigate to the left and to the right here like so. And with Parallax 2, we actually built in swipe support, so if you're on an iPad or something, you don't even have to use these. You can just swipe to the left or swipe to the right, like so. But one thing we're missing here is a background, so why don't we add that real quick. I'm going to select the base portion again, and I've got another graphic here. I'm going to just drag into the background like so. Something noticeable but subtle, and so let's preview this again, and you'll see there we've got our nice background, and when we scroll through you see that we've got that nice parallax effect with the motion going one way and the background movement going the other way. So hopefully this gives you an idea of just how easy it is to create something like this. This is the new version of Parallax, and it just makes things really simple. You just dragged in the base, added the number of slides that you wanted, customized your content, dragged in your images, maybe changed some colors and things like that here in the options, and you're all set to go. It didn't require any coding whatsoever. It was basically just drag and drop simple. So again, this is Parallax version 2, and version 1, of course, had some nice, wasn't quite as advanced, but just so you can see how it works. It works almost exactly the same. You can see it in action here. This was created with Parallax version 1. With version 1, there were some things you couldn't do, like you couldn't reorder the slides and things like that. So for example, here we've got slide 1, and let's say we wanted to later on, say a week or two down the road, we wanted to change some content, move things around. With this, it's really easy. You just drag and drop. You can change the order. That's not a problem. But with version 1, you couldn't do that, and a couple other things. But hopefully that just gives you a quick idea, a quick overview of how to create just a really, really nice animated slider. And it just looks so cool, and you can do things like have it start to autoplay automatically. Here you've got an autoplay option, and that way when visitors come to your site and they're just there and they're looking at the content, it just starts automatically and they see that and they get that incredible wow factor. And it feels so great to have a website like this that it looks fantastic. It puts your best foot forward when you're making a website and you want to get people's attention. So I hope that helps. I'll head on back to the camera now.
Alright, so you've seen Parallax now, and you've seen how it can help you create an awesome web page in RapidWeaver with very little effort and with no knowledge of coding required whatsoever. And you're probably wondering now, well, where is all this free stuff that you mentioned earlier come in? Well, we just released a huge update to Parallax, and it's now at version 2. However, we've decided to keep version 1 around and make it freely available to everyone who becomes a member and joins our mailing list. So you can get version 1, the same version that we released several months ago and that hundreds and hundreds of people have been using and raving about. You can get it for free, version 1, by becoming a member and joining our mailing list. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of version 2, but like I've shown you before with our own website, you can have a great effect, a great web page that just looks fantastic with, again, very little effort required, no coding whatsoever. And you can get this for free today. So I hope you found this information useful. If you have any questions or concerns, please let us know in the comments below, and happy weaving.